Hey Brainiacs, Emon here. As you can see, I'm pretty tired from all this running, and I can really use some water.
But what is water and what can you do with it?
Is that a ghost?
Oh, hey Brainiacs, Ralph here. Ralph here. We have prepared some research that we are excited to show you. Now back to the question. What is water?
Well, water, as we generally know, is a liquid that can be found almost everywhere on Earth, but can also be found in phases other than what we are familiar with.
Water is a kind of thing we call matter. Matter exists in three phases: solid, liquid, and gas. These mean that certain things can exist in a different phase, but still be the same.
And when we speak of phases, what do we think of? Of course, it's the changing of phases, which brings us to freezing, the change of matter from a liquid state to a solid state.
But how does it even happen? We need to establish first how matter works. When we think of solid, liquid, and gas, we get a basic idea on what they're like. But what do these mean on a smaller scale?
So, we have our friend, Zach, here to demonstrate. So, water is able to flow and be compressed unlike its solid counterpart, which is less compressible and has definite shape. But why is that? It is explained in theory, which states that matter is made out of tiny particles, and the particles of solid is much more closer than of liquids.
When freezing a substance, the lower temperature causes the particles to lose energy, which allows the attractive force between the particles to overtake and condense the particles into a solid.
In order to solidify a substance, a liquid must be cooled down enough, and then impurities would serve as the ignition process of the crystallization process. If there are no more impurities, then the liquid will simply remain supercooled.
Now, basically, think of matter as built up of building blocks. When the building blocks are built together, they are sturdier, like a solid. But when they are spaced small distance apart, they act like a liquid. Now, freezing is just basically taking the separated building blocks and building them in each other. Freezing is an essential process to most of the technologies we have now. Most importantly, preservation of food. So we shouldn't take this for granted.
Freezing can also affect us negatively. For example, frost heave is the process of expansion of freezing ground which can damage infrastructures. Permafrost, or seasonal freezing, can be very old and is used to study past plants and animals. Permafrost can also warm up the air since the ground absorbs less heat.
Permafrost can also permafrost can also permafrost also makes it hard for plants to survive since the air is cooler, topsoil thinner, and water frozen. So freezing can have its perks and flaws. So it's important to overcome these if we want to improve the quality of land in colder parts of the world.
Again, this is Emon,
And I'm Raphael.
and this is Brainiac.